All right, today we're dealing with Bernina Bobbin sensor issue. This is with a Bernina 560. There are a few other models that have a similar setup to this, and this might be a good solution for your problem. So if you've got it popping up where it's telling you that there's bobbin issues, either your bobbin's out or you don't have a bobbin in there, and you look at your sensor and you sit and you clean that lens and it keeps doing it. This particular customer was taking a Q-tip and cleaning the lens, and it kept popping up and telling her that she had issues with her bobbin. Well, this wasn't the issue. What was the issue was the bobbin itself. So the bobbin case, I'm sorry. It was the bobbin case itself. All right, so this is your bobbin case. But on the inside of the bobbin case, you've got this little backlash spring. And when I got the machine from her, this actually was not in the correct place. In fact, I think it probably popped out and she reinserted it and put it in the opposite way. First of all, it's not going to work well as a backlash spring. But secondly, if you notice, this hole here at the bottom looks just like the hole in the bottom of the bobbin case. Right here. That's what the sensor's looking at. So what would happen inside of her bobbin case is this backlash spring would roll around and get right in front of that window, that little opening, and block it, causing her sensor to go off like it should. But if you're not looking in the right place, you don't find the solution. So how do I know which way to put this thing in? Well, there's two ways to know. First of all, if you look from the side, let's see if we can get a better angle here. There. See how there's a larger base and the rest of it kind of springs upward. This whole thing is just a thin, paper-thin piece of metal. So it kind of springs up. And that helps your bobbin distribute the thread. So you want to put it in this way, to where the inner, smaller piece is higher than the bottom. That's one way to know. The other is if you look at it, on either side it's got tabs. And these tabs are much farther apart than the tabs over here. All right? Those are what hold it in place. So if you're looking at your bobbin case, that means you'll have little slots on either side. If we look here, there's a slot here and a slot here. And see how wide they are? If you go to the other side, there's also a slot right here, but it's not as wide. Okay? So compare that to here. You've got these tabs that are wide and these tabs that are closer together. That's also another indicator of how you should put it back. So when we put it back in there, you put it on the post, just like that, and we've got to get it in those tabs. So let's look down here while I do it. Usually the way I do it is I'll use a dental hook like this. It just, my fingers are way too big, so this helps me get down in there. And I kind of just seat. See how close we can get here. You can see. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so we get those tabs in that notch down there. We got to get them in both sides, right? Let it focus. There we go. So, got to make sure that they get in both sides. Then it's secure in there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay? If you look at it from the side, it's nice and springy. Just gentle. pressure against the bobbin inside the case. And that's how it should look. Then if you look down in the bottom, these are lined up. So now the sensor can look through here and see the bobbin on the inside. All right. Here's your bobbin. Okay. So now it's going to be able to detect if you have thread on your bobbin. It's a pretty easy fix once you realize what it is. So anyway, hopefully that helps you and gets you back going and where you aren't annoyed by that error message popping up. All right then, until next time.